Tracy here. Today I'm just going to give you another, it's kind of sad actually, another messy room tour just to show you how bad it is. I was thinking, you know what's so sad is I think I've done more messy room tours than I have of organized room tours, but hopefully this will get me back into the groove of defunkifying my room because it totally needs it. This is, I think, the worst it has ever been. And the sad thing is, it's just showing me that this room is not a priority. The rest of my house gets cleaned daily or every couple days, and this room just seems to be ending up to be a storage area for my scrapbooking stuff or my craft stuff. I've been mostly working in the rec room. I converted my husband's pool table to a huge craft desk or table for my friends and I. So I've been mostly working there, but every once in a while, like if I'm doing a video or doing a tag, like one of Timbs Tags, then I usually come in here and work. But yeah, this is becoming more of a storage area, so it's kind of sad. So I'm like getting on track here. I'm going to do like 2 challenges and see which areas work for me. For the first one is the Wookie Mouse Challenge, and if you were a member of 2Ps many moons ago, then you know what I'm talking about. And I've done her challenge before, and it really helped me get on track with my scrapbooking room. And somebody else has built off of that challenge. I really can't remember her name right now, but it is, if you look up the 52-week scrapbooking room challenge, then you will find hers. And I think she worked it off of the Wookie Mouse Challenge, but I printed them both up, and I'm going to go through, see which ones apply to me, and I'm going to try to check them off my list, each section. Now the 52-week challenge and the Wookie Mouse Challenge, it was, you were supposed to do an area a week, if I remember correctly. I'm going to try and whiz through it as fast as I can. I've mentioned this before, I want to touch everything I own to see if I need it, want it, like it, donate it, or if it just needs to be trashed, because there's probably some things that need that. So let me just show you a quick tour, and I'm not going to focus too much on it because it's a disaster. So this here, this white box, this is for our breaker box. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to add some more string so I can hang up all of my Timbs tags so I can see them all. One year I did all of them. A couple years ago I only got this many done, and I started again this year and I only have 2. I think I have a video of this one, and I think I lost the footage of this one because my computer cleared out, and you know I lost all my photos and videos. So that is that one, and I want to put them up here. And then here I usually just put up the cards that I've got for the year, except I always keep Dina's because that is like so my style. And have you ever seen a more glamorous zombie or what? So I like that one, so I keep that one up there. Now, here's my other Timbs tags. I put in one of these. I think I did a video, but I think I might put them up so I can see them all the time. Now, we'll span back, and I have my papers there. Those work, except there's crap in front of them. And here's my 12 by 12s. I have to go through those. Not that I'm getting rid of any, but I noticed that lots of times I just shove them on top there instead of taking the whole container out. And then my 12 by 12s are in these black bins. I have to go through them because, again, I just pull them out and then put them wherever. I don't even have a rhyme or reason on how I put those back. These are the same. My wooden stamps are here. I was going to put another whole shelf up there for all my wooden stamps, but I'm not sure if I'm going to do that or not. Here are my Ikea cards. One is supposed to be a color card, and the other one's supposed to be my journals and mixed media. So I have to go through those. And as you see, I have the chameleon markers. I've used them once. I don't know if I'll use them. I was thinking of selling them or selling them to one of my friends or something, because I use my Copics. I prefer my Copics, which are down there and shouldn't be down there. Now let me just take a step away. Over here, no, before we get here, that's my heater, and I can't even get in there to turn my heater on because I have stuff that I was going to donate or kits back there. So I have to go through everything. And I brought another heater in because I couldn't get to that one. Well, I could if I really worked at it, but I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to plug in the other one. And then this is one thing I've noticed with me is if there's a flat surface, I pile stuff on top of it. Here is my chair, and what? I have all my stamps up there. And then I have wool here. I made a baby afghan with that, and I have enough for another one. So I'm thinking, you know what? I might as well just make another afghan, and then I won't have those balls of wool hanging around. And see that? We all know that I'm short. We all know that I need at least a step stool, if not a big, huge ladder in here. But I even put stuff on the step stool. So I'm going to have to switch this one out with my collapsible one. So hopefully I won't put stuff on it because I need that. And it's like, oh, I got to move all that stuff to get whatever I need. Then I have stickers. And I have, this is under my desk, people. I have stickers and embellishments and stickers and stickers and more stickers. So I totally have to go through that. And the other day I was looking through for some stickers and I found some stamps in there that I put in there too. So totally unorganized. So this is my one cupboard. I had organized this a little bit and it went to pot. This, I had all my stamps up here, and look, the shelf is kind of bowing a bit. It looks worse actually in the video to camera than it does to my naked eye, but so my stamps shouldn't go up there. Not my wooden stamps anyway. They're too heavy. I have another idea for that, but we'll work on that as I go. And here, my flowers, those work. I don't really use flowers that often, but they're there. And then I have a collection of papers there, more flowers, and these containers are not what they say they are. They're totally different. More papers, like seriously, Tracy, you need more paper. Like you need another hole in your head. Like, yeah. My magazines were supposed to come out of there last year because I think it was a year and a half ago that I did my other video. And there's some more papers and magazines down there. So, have to go through all that. My desk is cleared off a bit. But I'm not probably going to organize in here because I have just too much stuff. So what I will do is I will go, I've told you before that I made my husband's pool table into a big work desk for me and my friends. And that's a lot of the times that's where I craft. So I'm going to make sure that's cleared off. And then I will organize there. I'll bring my stuff out. Like all my stickers, I'll move there, organize them, figure out what I need, what I don't need, and then find an area to put them in here. And what I want to do, like I said, if I scrapbook or anything, it's when my friends are here on Friday night and I go in the rec room. But I would like to journal in here because when I journal, I usually do it in the living room because I usually am behind. And I do it in the living room and then everything gets moved upstairs and my couch is full. The dining room or the living room table is full. If my kids, which are adults now, but if they want to watch a show with us, I have to clean off a cushion so they can sit down. Like my husband doesn't care. He does not care in the least. He's just happy I'm sitting with him and watching a show. But like this here, let me turn slowly. That is all the stuff I bring upstairs when I work on my journals. So it just covers everything. And then I bring my washi as well. My washi tape, depending on what color I'm using. And here is my washi tape, and this works for me, so this will be staying. Maybe not here, but it's going to be staying. I have each color in, this used to house all my papers. Now it houses all my washi tape by color. So this works for me. So this will stay, maybe not here, but that system is going to stay for me. Here I just have my chocolates. Don't tell my daughter because she took all my other chocolates away from me because I was complaining I was eating too many of them. But she doesn't know about that stash. And my adhesive probably will stay. And then I have other stuff in here as well. And then more, this was my Valentine stuff I took out to work on Valentine stuff. Haven't put it away yet. What else? What did I add? Oh, okay, yes. I added this bookcase. I just thought I needed more room. Actually, I don't think I need more room. I just have to figure out what I need, keep only what I need, and organize it better. because if this, even though this room is little, it's not a big, huge room, I don't want to expand into other areas of the house, which I have already because my Cricut is in like the laundry room area. But anyway, as I was saying, I added this bookcase and I just kind of put things in here right now. There's no rhyme or reason. I just put things so I didn't have them on my desk. But as you can see, a flat surface, I fill it up with crap because that's what I do. I just fill stuff up. So, and then there's some memorabilia I found around the house when I was doing other areas of the house. And so I thought, you know what, it should be in here. So I just put it in a plastic container. These are all projects that I've completed. They're all scrapbooking layouts that I've completed but haven't put in a book. So yes, I've been crafting. I just haven't been putting things away. My punches, I'll organize those better, but I will keep them where they are because I like to see them. I use them more. My friends come over, they want to use my punches and they know where they are, so that will stay. And I want to take everything out of here and reorganize this. One thing I'm liking is these flat punches. I like them on here. They fit nicely, they're easy to take out, so I might try and put a lot more punches here. The only thing that bothers me, and it's my fault, is I used to keep these in that little shoe pouch. And when I did, they would be stored like this. So that's the way I put the sticker on. Well, now if I store them this way, all the stickers are upside down now. And that really bothers me. It shouldn't, because when you look in the scheme of things of how bad my room is, this is really minor. But it really does bother me. So I don't know if I can peel these off somehow. I don't think so. And try to put them the right way. We will see. But yes, I will take everything out of there and try to rearrange that better. This is my rolly cart for my Cuttlebug. And I have all my dies and embossing folders in there. And I just have to go through there and just tweak it a bit. My Cuttlebug is usually on top, but right now I have that nasty heater up there that I've had since I was 16 when I lived on my own, because I lived in a basement apartment, so I bought a heater for it, and that's how old that is, but we won't do the math. And I have a Vagabond my husband bought me, I don't even want to say how many years ago, and I've used it once to make sure it works. So I feel really bad. I should probably have that on top of there, but I don't know how sturdy this is. And it's right beside a plug-in, so that would be great. This here, I've mentioned before, I don't really go in there, so it has things that I really don't need that often. And I don't go in there because there's always stuff in front of it. This is my, I call it my stamping area, even though I don't stamp here, but I have all my inks. So I made this out of foam core to hold all my distress inks, and I also store the paints and the stains in here. And then this one I just take to crops because it has my favorite colors. I keep that there. My tiny attacher is at the bottom. So this works well for me. And then I changed up this. I used to have those white, and they were for stamp pads. They were white little, I still have them. I should have brought one. But here are the containers that I used to store my ink in. And like I was saying, you could store them, but you had to stack them on top of each other. So you'd have to take 3 out to get the middle one, or however many you could stack in there. And not that it was a big deal. Wasn't a big deal. But I like them this way better. The only thing is, I spent quite a bit of money on these things. So I really don't want to get rid of them. And I might find another use for them. So I'll just hold on to those for now. Anyway, I had 3 of them there. But the thing with the other holder was you had to pile the inks on top of each other. Whereas with this is a, I guess, a cassette holder I got at a secondhand store. So they're individually. So you don't have to take 3 or 4 out to get the middle one you want. You can just take them out as you want. Some of them are tighter fit than others, but it works. I like that there. I would have liked them white, but you know what? Not a big deal. And then at the top I have my re-inkers. So I used to just have this tray here, but either side was empty. So what does Tracy do? Tracy fills the empty spots. So I have a lot of work cut out for me. I have a lot of things to do. This is nice. I have a little area here, but this is usually more or less cleaned off, but just in case I wanted to work on something. But what I plan on doing, and I don't remember if I finished saying this or not because I get sidetracked so easily, is I want this to be an area where I can come down here and journal and leave all my journaling stuff here. So I'd like to put my books maybe in there, my journals on top, and then the things I use to journal with close at hand in here. That's my plan. That's what I'm hoping to do, so I don't have to bring all my other stuff up and clutter up our living room. So wish me luck, because believe me, I am going to need it. So the first thing I'm going to do, actually here I'll show you, is I wrote out the Wookie Mouse challenge. I wrote out the different areas that you're supposed to do. And I started a few months ago, and I did the space audit, where you look at your space and you figure out what you want to use it for and all that type of stuff. And then brainstorming what you want, what would be the perfect space for you. Clean slate, they want you to move everything out. Now, I'm not going to do that for the fact that my family would be very upset if I took over the whole rec room. And then they go on what different things you should do. So if you go on the Wookie Mouse challenge, you'll find a list and just do what works for you at the time. And then this is the other one. It's called the 52-week challenge. You know, if you go to Pinterest, I bet you can find this, or even just Google it, I guess. And see, I already did 2 of them. And if you go here, she goes a little bit more into details. She has worksheets you can print out, and homework you can do, and then you have little areas that you can fill in. So this is what I did. I want to journal daily, and I do card making and what I need for my card making and my mini albums. I haven't done those too often. Scrapbooking, sewing is in a different room. So I did that, and then she has little, or is this something else? That's something else. Yep, that's something else. So I'm going to go through there, and what I'm going to do, like I always do whenever I totally organize the house or any type of organizing, is I will take out everything I need. And like I said, I'm not taking out this whole room. That's crazy. In my situation, that's crazy. It would be ideal to do that, but I can't do that. So I'm going to do, say I'm going to do the paper. I'm going to take every bit of paper I have. I'm going to take it out into the rec room and work on my big pool table desk, and then organize it and bring it back in. And some things, when I'm finished organizing, I might bring it back in and then move it around later to see what works best for me. So that is my plan, and we will see how far I get. And instead of doing 52 weeks, it's supposed to take you 52 weeks, I am going to try and work as fast as I can, and hopefully won't get attached to anything as I go along, because yeah, that happens. And I'm going to try and do a few a day. I'm not going to be able to finish this in a week. I'm 100% sure of that. But I'm not going to make it go 52 weeks. I think I'm going to, like I said, try and fit a whole bunch of them into a few days. So thank you everybody for watching. And I hope you had a very creative, if not organized, day today. Bye now.
Second, there's a second chance. I know that there's a problem in my head that I just can't